My name is JP Cabuncle.
And my name is Rena Tolentino.
And we are here live at Kevin Hart's studio, Heartbeat Studios, in the beautiful San Fernando Valley. We want to thank you today for being here with us, and as we explore the behind-the-scenes scoop on apprenticeship as we celebrate National Apprenticeship Week.
So we have a great panelist here of educators and connectors. So I would like to start off with everybody introducing themselves. Starting from my right, would you like to please introduce yourself?
Sure. Jeffrey Thompson, former vice president of the Walt Disney Company. For people that are a little older, launched Blu-ray disc globally. Now I'm in the digital space. Currently vice president of Oracle Corporation. I teach you at USC, and I'm an LA Workforce Development Commissioner here in Los Angeles.
Charlotte Hendy Newbill. I am currently school board, LAUSD school board member-elect and educator for over 25 years here in LA Unified School District.
Congratulations to you. I'm Shane Norman. I'm CEO of Lions Den Films. Used to work in this building with these great people, working with Kevin Hart, building the Laugh Out Loud network, or senior vice president with Lionsgate. Launched a few networks. I'm a co-founder of the Zeus Network, which happens to be independently owned, African-American owned, #1 independent network in the world. Produce independent films and networks and projects, and glad to be here. Hats off to Kevin for all of your efforts, and thank you for inviting me.
Awesome, thank you for that introduction. We have a great panelist today. I would like to first start off with a question. Are you ready? Okay. Okay. What do you think is the biggest challenge facing LA youth in the creative and tech space? Anyone can start.
I can start. I think one of the areas that challenge or face us, obviously, is expanding our career technical educational program. Many of our programs aren't highly funded, and we don't have the operators within the school systems to provide the education necessary for our students in that space. So currently it's having and the funding to be able to create expansion within our schools. So that's one of the obstacles that we're facing now.
I might add, building pipelines. This is more technical and transactional, but building pipelines of success with students. And what does that mean? That means that, students don't know the breadth of media, entertainment, telecommunications, and the curveballs of technology that are driving change and future jobs in the industry. And so creative is changing more now than ever with artificial intelligence, the growth of 5G. Everyone's got a television in their pocket today. And that's changing the scope and the type of skills necessary to succeed in the business. And so, it started with boring pipeline, but the fact is, if you ask kids what they want to be, they don't know what they want to be a lot of times because they don't know what the roadmap looks like and what are all the possibilities.
Well, I'd add, I think that we have fundamentally failed across the board in the education system with respect to those who are a part of it to prepare children for the changing world. The pandemic presented so many challenges for how we reacted, so many studios where there are so many elements, external factors that basically brought our entire worlds to a halt, whether or not that, those were the strikes or was the pandemic. Now the advent of AI, what's happened is we've produced a lot of people who basically get stuck in a box. And when the rules change, they don't know what to do. My mom, she, God rest her soul, said something that I figured out well after she passed away. She said, boy, you better stop thoughting and start thinking. And what she was saying is, you can be stuck in your mindset with the way that things were and what you thought. But if you're not in the active process of thinking, then you're not going to be able to meet the challenges of the day. So I've met so many people who have sort of gotten stuck with the way things have been done, the way that we do things. The worst mistake of going into a new job is, this is how we did it at such and such, especially at Zeus. Throw that out of the window, because it's not how we operate. That's not how we've succeeded. That's not how we won. So really what we need to produce are thinkers and people who are able to react to a changing world and not a subset of skills that tomorrow, right, could be changed by the advent of AI and other tools that are made available. So I think the real challenge is real life challenges that tell people, okay, now you're forced with a changing circumstances. How do you react? How do you respond? And how do you move forward?
So you guys have talked a little bit about how learning how to deal with AI is becoming more prevalent and important when it comes to this type of industry. But can you name any specific job opportunities that young individuals who can have learned these skills can look into and potentially apply for?
Say that one more time.
Can you name any specific job opportunities that young individuals who are learning AI or have learned how to work with AI can look into and potentially apply for? Like what kind of specific job opportunities would these skills be translated into?
Well, let me just say this. I mean, we have moved into a creative economy where, I said earlier, everyone has a TV in their pocket. Quite frankly, everyone's had a video recorder in their pocket. They have a camera in their pocket. So if I want to be George Lucas, and I'm passionate about it, I can learn a whole lot about lighting, about cameras, about titling, about editing, about filtering. And all those tools, many of them are free online. Many of them are free on your, whether it's your Google Pixel or your Apple iPhone or whatever device you have. My point is, it's not about the pipeline to, what job I can apply for. It's about I can build and find those people that are passionate about a particular area based upon the ability to tell a story, but differently. I tell students, I'm going to teach at USC today, this afternoon, and I tell my students, you should be looking up something called Sora, right? SORA, owned by Microsoft and OpenAI, very important AI platform for creation of content. If you don't know what's next, you're not going to be able to have skills that where presidents like him as CEO of Zeus and co-founder of Zeus, they need people that can help solve problems and tell stories in the ways that up and coming storytelling will be. And so those kind of tools have become very much differentiated and valuable to you. Another one, by the way, Sora, Kling. Anyone know these? Mid-Journey? These are all new tools that are changing how we film, how we televise, how we do backgrounds, how we do local locations.
I was just going to say, as you were saying those items and you're talking about bringing a change, thinking out of the box, obviously with our students within K through 12 being exposed to those tools, because if there's not someone in the room that can share with them, these are the new ways in which to create and provide, our students won't have those tools to be able to move forward. And so it is critical to be able, as things are evolving, because it's changing rather quickly now. Things are changing just like your phone changed, right? And next year you'll get a new one. And so, the same thing is happening, as you mentioned, with these platforms that many of our students are not being exposed to. And so it would bring, a breath of fresh air to be out of the box, to be able to bring these systems between K and 12 so that our students are getting that exposure early so that they can figure out what it is I want to do. What is it that I can do now that I know that what this platform can enable me to do?